I am using a DSLR camera, but for some reason my little viewfinder thingy keeps going to the tree. So if I keep falling out of focus, which I don't know now because I haven't reviewed my footage, I am so sorry. I will do my best to try to figure out a solution to that problem soon. Hey everyone, Bree here. Welcome back to my channel, Family Living, and today I have a scenery change. I am outside on my back deck. I cleaned it off today because the weather has been so nice and I just felt like I needed to get several breaths of fresh air. Today we are going to be discussing the Bible curriculum for the 2021 through 2022 school year. And it is put out by Apologia, and it was requested by one of our followers, and I am more than happy to fulfill this request. So let's get into it. The curriculum is called Who is God and Can I Really Know Him? Now, this curriculum is meant for students ages 6 to 14. It is family centered, so that means you'll end up reading from the book and then breaking out into their own age-appropriate notebook journaling. What I wanted to do today is give you a glimpse as far as how it works and how long it'll take to complete the curriculum itself. So this curriculum is designed to be laid out where each lesson is completed within a 2-week time period. So each lesson you'll give about 3 days per week. So in my schedule that I wrote for my homeschooling, I did Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And I will make another video of a more in-depth how to schedule, because I believe I did put something out, but I would like to share with y'all a deeper look into what that looks like. But never mind that, let's get back to this. So you're going to be scheduling this out for 3 days a week. Each lesson is broken apart, like I said before, over a 2-week period. Now, you can use this curriculum without the notebooking journals, but I would not advise it. And here's the reason why. Inside the book, the volume 1 book, and there's several different volumes that you can get into after volume 1, but inside the book it does give you a suggested schedule and how to use it, but the way that they explain to use it is very vague when you don't have the notebooking journals with it. It's probably better if I just show you. Let's do that. So inside the book, this is going to be the volume 1 book. And I'm going to see if I can scoot off to the side for you. So this is the volume 1 book. This is going to have all of the stories and everything in here that's going to be necessary for completing the Bible curriculum. When you open it up, it's going to give you the table of contents in the beginning. So there are a total of 10 lessons in here. Now I did the math earlier and it seems as though we would complete this Bible curriculum just a couple weeks before the end of the school year. So what I'll probably do is just go online to risenmotherhood.com and print off their Abide method to start letting the kids get into their Bibles and start learning how to study at the end of the school year. And so that way hopefully it'll just be a little glimpse into what I'm planning on doing the next year, because as homeschool moms and parents out there, we're always thinking of the next thing after we've purchased the current thing. So you've got your table of contents. It's going to be 10 lessons. It does give you an introduction on how to use this book in the very beginning. So it'll go through the lesson structures, the big idea. So these are the topics or the segments, if you will, that your kids will have in their notebooking journal. So they have the big idea, what would you do, short stories, think about it, words you need to know, hide it in your heart, integrated learning, what should I do, prayer, worldview study, and house of truth. This is the lesson plan. So This is why I said, even if you were interested in creating your own notebook, I wouldn't advise it. So here is the suggested lesson plan right here off to the side. The first two sections, so right here is week 1, down here is week 2. It tells you the 3 day 1, day 2s, and days 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and it tells you roughly what to do. So I'm going to read it, and then you just kind of listen, and you'll see that it doesn't make sense to not use the notebooking journal. So for example, day 1, read the big idea and what will you do, or what you will do. Read the short story and discuss the questions and think about it. When you flip through the book, because mind you, in here it doesn't give you any page numbers as far as the lesson plans in weeks, week 1, week 2, week 3 goes, and so on and so forth. So in here, when you're looking through it, it does not break anything apart into like lesson 1, assignment 1. So it doesn't break it apart into that. It just continues on through the lessons. So what does a notebooking journal look like? Let me open that up for you. You're in luck because I have 2 kids who are in school currently. They are both at completely different levels. So I'm going to be able to show you the junior notebooking journal as well as just the regular notebooking journal. I wouldn't necessarily say that it is around like an age, like you should get the regular one versus the junior one for a certain age. I'm going to give you a little bit of insight as far as, and I'll show you the pages, how it looks within the first couple of the first lesson. And then depending on whatever, comprehension level your child is at currently, then you can make that decision for yourself if you want to do the junior or if you want to do the regular notebooking journal. Because as we all know, age means nothing when it comes to learning and comprehending. It all has to do with, it varies from child to child. So first I'm going to show you the junior one. So the junior notebook is considerably, I would say about, half an inch thinner. So this is the junior notebook over here, and this is the regular notebooking journal. This is, like I said before, child-led. This is written to the child. You can and you're encouraged to start off each new lesson with your child, especially at the junior level. But there's a possibility that you might not even have to be that involved with this, as far as, because it's a very much an independent study type thing. So here's the lesson plans in here. Well, before we get to that, it goes over a few extra things that are in here as well. So this curriculum has mini books, My Prayer, Praise Report, I Spy, Living Out Loud, and Find Out More. And here you can see them right in here. So as far as these things go, when you get to a part in the notebooking journal, for example, where it says mini books, you will find these mini books at the back of the journal with instructions on how to put them together. So when your student arrives to one of those assignments, I'll kind of show you an example right here. This is an example. I just kind of flipped to one randomly in the back of the book, where it is a little mini book. So they'll be able to cut it out, fill out the questions, and have their own little mini book based off of the lesson that they had just learned. Now, I absolutely love this because I remember when I was in school, and anytime we got to do some sort of like small arts and crafts project to go along with learning whatever the topic was at hand, I enjoyed it so much. When you get to the lesson plans, this is where it all makes sense. So these are the lesson plans. It tells you exactly what page number to turn to in the book. It tells you how many pages you're supposed to be doing in the notebooking journal. And it also color coordinates everything to when you're going to switch to a new lesson. So it gives you an idea on like what to plan for with your student moving forward. So for example, I'm going to show you just a quick comparison of the assignments that are going to be in the junior notebooking journal and then the regular notebooking journal, so that way you can see the differences between the two. Lesson plans for the first one in the junior notebooking journal, Who is God? You're going to read pages 15 through 19. So what you'll do is you'll grab this book here, you'll turn to pages 15 through 19, you will read it aloud to all of your kids, all of your students within the room. And then when you're done with that, you're going to talk about what you've learned. And then it's going to tell you journal. So color page number 10 and then do shifting sand page 11. So I'm going to turn over to page 10 so you can see what it looks like. So here's the coloring part on page 10. And then the other assignment is make a note of it, shifting sand. So right here, they're going to go through, you're going to read, depending on, like I said before, the child's comprehension level, you're going to read this paragraph, and then they're either going to, if they're able to, they're going to write out their answers in here, or if they're not able to do that just yet, you can always just have them narrate it to you, and then you can write it out as they go, or they can draw pictures. Either way, you know, it's easy to get it done in this junior notebooking journal. Now what I want to do is switch over to the regular notebooking journal and just compare the two assignments. I am using a DSLR camera, but for some reason my little viewfinder thingy keeps going to the tree. So if I keep falling out of focus, which I don't know now because I haven't reviewed my footage, I am so sorry. I will do my best to try to figure out a solution to that problem soon. Okay, so we're gonna go and flip through to the lesson plans so that way you can see it's exactly the same. You're always going to be reading the same pages and following the same assignments within the notebooking journal. Here's where it changes. So in here, this one says journal, take notes, do think about it, which is page 11, and do shifting sand page 12. So let's turn to page 11 so you can see what it looks like. Now remember, the junior notebooking journal was a coloring page. This one is an interactive questionnaire, numbers 1 through 5. So this is going to be required, like I said before, it's going to require a little bit more comprehension and more comfortability when it comes to writing, just handwriting and putting your thoughts to words. The shifting sand is the same as the other one. The only difference is that I would suggest not allowing the student to do just narration and then having you write it down, but actually having them go through and write it out themselves. I'm going to show you one more thing as well. On the next assignment, that would be following this. So if you were to do that one on Monday, then this would be Tuesday. The next one would be words to know. So here's another example as far as how these two notebooking journals differ. So words to know, when it comes to the regular notebooking journal, you are actually needing to write out a definition of what you can recall for what the words are listed here. Now for the junior notebooking journal, it is a suggested sentence, so they can plug in the words through here to help them become familiar with what the words mean. So, you know, for me, having a curriculum, a Bible curriculum that was focused on discernment, that's the rooster, it's Kevin. Apparently Kevin has something to say. I don't know, should I do more videos like this outside? Let me know in the comments below. I'm kind of enjoying it, not gonna lie. Focused on discernment and teaching our children how to build a foundation on their Christian faith is going to set them up for a strong biblical worldview. So I think that about covers all the ins and outs of this particular curriculum through Apologia. If there's something that I didn't cover or I didn't make clear, please let me know in the comments below. I promise I will respond and I will make a video or answer accordingly right away. If you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful for you, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so that way you will be in the loop every time I release a new homeschooling video here at Family Living. Thank y'all so much for stopping by, and you have a wonderful day.